Hello, this is Susan, and this is Susan's Ramblings. This is day 3 of making do. Making do with what you have in your pantry, and not what you have to buy. But it's things you can make to make your foods a little bit easier, and so you don't have to grab off the shelf when it's not there. The first one we're going to go with is white sauce butter balls. Now, I made these for many years. Came from it's a recipe that came from an old book on make ahead balls. I think the book was probably 1950, 1960, something like that. It's an old one. And so I keep these in my freezer. You know, when you make a white sauce, all you use is flour and salt and butter and milk. So this is made up ahead of time. It's in my freezer. I can just grab a ball, or 2 balls, or 3 balls, usually 2 balls, and I make a sauce instead of standing over the stove and doing it all at one time. Anyway, to me, I find it easier to do. Perhaps you don't. This is my basic recipe here, and there's my basic recipe. But there's a lot of variations to it, that I used my balls for. Here we go. The other king sauce. All you add is green peppers and pimentos, and you've got that. But you sachet the green peppers first. Creamy, if you want a creamy, rich sauce, and I don't generally have this one because suppose you substitute your heavy cream for half of your milk. I don't have heavy cream generally, and besides, I don't use it. The next one is onion sauce, and then you just slice onions and you cook them up a little bit, and you add them to your butter balls. The other one is the curry sauce. Just add curry powder, herbs. Add 1 tablespoon of crushed parsley and 1.5 teaspoons of dill. But I add almost any kind of herb I want. I mostly basil, because I use that in my Italian stuff. And cheese sauce. And then you just add cheese to it. And stir it until it's done. Those are something we can do. Another one, the one I like especially, is this one. Cream mushroom sauce. And I will use this over rice, and I will use it over pasta, because I love mushrooms. And so it makes a thick sauce. But you can always add more milk and combine it and make it smaller, thinner, I guess you call it. In fact, the book, I think, says 1 or 1.5 cups of milk originally for a thin sauce. But I used the thick sauce for this, for my rice and my mushrooms for my sauce. Okay, and if I don't have fresh mushrooms, I don't go to the store to buy extra ones. I just use the canned ones, or I use my dehydrated ones, and it works out just fine. I'm sure it probably tastes better with fresh mushrooms, but with the situation we're in right now, if you got canned mushrooms, or dehydrated mushrooms, or even mushroom powder, it would work for you. Okay, this is my World War I recipe. I know they were rationed then too, and they were saving all their food and so forth to send to the soldiers overseas. I picked this one, pumpkin bread, because it's fall, and pumpkin, at least in my store, had been going on for sale, and I bought a bunch of it. Of course, I bought a bunch of it last year, too. So I'm pretty stocked up on pumpkin. But that is something I think you should keep in your pantry. It's a very versatile ingredient, and you can use it for almost anything. In fact, you can just cake mix, and you can take the pumpkin and mix it together and throw it in the oven as muffins. And that's a good one, too. But anyway, this is that recipe. I just, as a side note, I just received email or text from someone who bought turkeys in Colorado, 8-pound turkeys, and she paid $48 a piece for them. So, if you can find cheap meat, you better get it, and it better be canned, because I don't think we're going to afford fresh meat anymore. Your pumpkin, your rice and your beans on your pasta is going to look really, really good if this keeps up. And this is, like I said, a text from a lady in Colorado who bought, and she bought them, an 8-pound turkey for $48. Now that comes out to $6 a pound, doesn't it? Yeah, something like that. That's ridiculous for a turkey. So if you can get your meat cheap, you better get it now. But I really wouldn't count on turkey for Thanksgiving unless you have it in your freezer already. It's going to be expensive. I don't even have turkeys in my local store, and since I'm 50 miles away from a Walmart or something like that, I don't know if they've got turkeys there or not. But I know in my local store we don't have turkeys. We do have a few turkey breasts, and the last time I looked, they were cheap. They were only $1.99 a pound, or $2.50 a pound. That's not bad at all. Anyway, I've got some in my freezer. So if I want turkey for Thanksgiving, I will take it. Otherwise, you better make other plans for your turkey dinner, because it's not going to happen unless you're willing to pay $6 a pound for it. That's all I've got for today. Have a great day. God bless you. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.